I don't really want to say anything right now. I know several people that watch these videos and don't even watch the races. They just watch this to get an idea of how the race went, and then maybe they'll check it out. Check out this race! What in the world just happened? The sheer stupidity of I mean, not even just the finish, the entirety of that race. Oh! Race of the year potential. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Go to the NASCAR YouTube channel and watch the entire thing once it gets uploaded, then come back to this video, because when it was finished, I was really pissed off, obviously. I was like, oh, the greatest race just happened, and then... Okay, spoilers are coming, so you'd better have watched the video by now. Yeah, the best race ever just happened, and then Kyle Busch wins it, of course. Of course. Of course. Shades of the 2011 Talladega race that finished 4 wide and Johnson won. That's like the greatest finish in NASCAR history, but Johnson won, so it was ruined. Kind of the same situation right now. That was, I mean, if I could just, like, you know, if I could just dial up, you know, Kyle Petty and all that, if I could just dial him up and have him just say incredible over and over for upwards of 10 minutes, I mean, that could just be the entire review. That race was great. Wow. Wow. The race was great. Why? Why are all these... Okay, Kyle Busch has won 5 fucking times this year. Bristol was one of the races of the year. Bristol was one of the races of the year. Martinsville was one of the races of the year. It's almost as if short tracks are entertaining. That blows my mind, man. I can't believe it. Lights, camera, destruction. Let's like, can we have like a 30 for 30 video movie on like, on ESPN, you know? Lights, camera, final word that's really impactful that I can't think of right now. Because that was great. Trucks, they happened this week. Hey, the 18 won both races this week. First time we've heard that in a while. Yeah. I don't know why everyone got really excited that Gragson won. He's clearly a tier above Coughlin and Tift at this point. He's managed to win in KBM equipment. I mean, he's a notch above Tift and Coughlin now. That doesn't change the fact that he spent the entire season wrecking. But hey, trucks at Martinsville. Why couldn't that have been under the lights? That was some interesting enunciation right there. Yeah, why couldn't that have been under the lights too? Excuse me, that was perfect opportunity. I mean, the problem with running this race under the lights is that it's, you know, so late in the year, but even as... Okay, so the stupidest thing happened this week. On Wednesday, it was 74. The very next morning, it was snowing. Mother Nature, suck a fat one. Why? 74. I walked to my art class in shorts. And the next morning, it's snowing. That's not right. Okay, so, I didn't even watch qualifying. I listened to it on SiriusXM. It sounded exciting. It sounded exciting. I mean, God knows. God knows if it actually was. So, yeah. This race, dude, that was great. I mean, the entire... I think the largest gap from the leader to second the entire race was probably not even 3 seconds. You had to run a perfect race, well, before all the cautions started, but you had to run a perfect race to stay up front. And, I mean, this race just was such a prime example of what I love in racing. I mean, early. We had tire strategy with like Johnson and Kane and them guys. Early, we had some tire strategy. I love tire strategy. Comers and goers is my favorite part about 1.5 tracks. And they never happen anymore because we get millions of cautions for no reason. So we never get to see tires come and go. And then that's like one of the, like I only happened one pit cycle was that. But this race still had it. I mean, lap traffic mattered. I mean, it wasn't just someone driving 2 seconds off of the pace and you just go around them. No, they were in the way. They played a factor. You had to know how to get through it. I mean, there was just so much good stuff happening in this race. And Truex didn't have a chance to win until the final corner. And yet, oh wait, he didn't have a chance to win until the final corner of the race. 499.5 laps of shit. That was a terrible race, everyone. Wow, it sucked. It only would have been good if Truex had won. I mean, when they turned off the sun, the race completely changed tonally. Like, the build-up to that, it was just like, I think they forgot that the race still had like 50 laps left and they were just kind of trying to survive to the end. And then when the caution did come out, unfortunately, it was Carl Long that was the caution. So very unfortunate to see one of his cars get... He literally just got a new car and now one of them is destroyed. So that's just fantastic. That is effective use of money, man. That's probably where all of the Indianapolis race winnings went to. But anyway, and then after that, I mean, you could have an entire video on... You could have a feature-length film on the final 4 laps of this race. Like, that was just... I can only describe it as sheer stupidity and uncomparable chaos, because that's really what it was. Very stupid. Innocuous stupidity. And yeah, I can't describe how... I can't say enough. That race was great. Have I showed this yet? I got a new wallet. It's cool, isn't it? That was good stuff, man. I am very glad that I sat through that. There was a point, like I was saying, right before that second to... How many cautions were there before the final end of the race? Because when Carl Long got wrecked, like before that, I was kind of dozing off. Like, there was nothing going on. Yeah, but, then the caution did come out, and then just chaos ensued. Yeah, chaos ensued. It was pretty much just, sheer stupidity. Yeah, I was seriously thinking this video would be a lot longer. But, I guess it's not going to be a lot longer. I guess it's going to be a normal length, apparently. So, yeah. Well, I was hoping to say after today that Truex had locked up the most wins on the season, but I guess Kyle Busch could still win out the season. At this point, it wouldn't surprise me if that happened. That would be the only way to make this, you know, to ruin my November, basically. Max Verstappen won. Yes! Another win. Another win. Good. Good. Finally. Next year. Going for that driver's championship. So, anything else to talk about? All the racing seasons are wrapping up at this point. I mean, it's just... There's going to be nothing left to talk about before too long. But... So... I'm gonna be here next weekend, so I guess we could do live reactions, but I really don't want to because every time that I do, something stupid happens. So, that's not something in my best interest. It's not in my vested interest to, have something very stupid happen next week. I mean, Truex is pretty much locked in for Homestead at this point. What is the risk? What is the risk? And he blows up on lap 1. Yes, that would be the risk. Uh-huh. How'd he get second today? He sucked! My God! He was barely a top 5 car! After the runs got going, like, okay, he was strong in the opening stages. Even if he started on the outside, he'd get to the inside and sit there for like 5 laps, but then he'd start getting passed. Like, he was having a very Jimmy Johnson-esque day, where he had a mediocre car, but still managed to almost win. Yeah, there's someone next to me. I don't know who the fuck they are. It's kind of creepy. But then again, I'm yelling in the backseat of my car for the past 10 minutes. You decide which is creepier. I'm about out of things to talk about. Hopefully next week is like even 1/10 as exciting as this week's race was, because this was great. 10 out of 10 would watch again. There were a few bleak moments where nothing was really happening, but for the most part, I mean, it was just a battle for the lead the entire race. Like, you can't ask for much more than that. Martinsville is great. Go to more short tracks! What's that? We're gonna go to the actual Indianapolis Motor Speedway and not IRP or Lucas Oil? Short track? No, what? That's a brilliant decision to go to a track that's just god-awful in every way. I don't know what the fuck's going on next to me right now. I could be witnessing a crime. I might be witnessing a crime at this moment, but what you gonna do? So yeah, gotta say, this has been quite the interesting weekend. That was a good weekend of racing. Yeah. Potentially that guy just tried to siphon gas from someone, but since I was right here, he didn't do it. Yeah. What you gonna do, man? So anyway, this has been a video. Good race. Why does Kyle Busch win the exciting races? That's not a good thing, but other than that, absolutely I want to say a 9 out of 10 race. That was almost perfect. Like, if there had just been, like, you know, a little bit more tire strategy, or, you know, and another thing, one more thing. It looked very difficult to actually make passes, especially for the lead. See, I can understand why Hamlin blatantly dumped the 24. I can understand. The entire race, it was clear that you'd have to really just shove people out of the way, especially if you're making a pass for the lead, like through the field, you know. God knows what's going to go on through the field. I mean, it's not like they showed the field over the course of this race. No, there was always a battle for the lead going on. Why would they do that? I mean, for once, having the camera on the leader at all times actually made sense. NBC accidentally broadcasted correctly. What in the world? But anyway, yeah, I can understand, because it was impossible for people to make passes for the lead without, like, lap traffic. I mean, you really had to shove people around up there to get by them. Like, that was ridiculous. It was a very, very, very competitive race up front. Like, it was just as hard as a 1.5-mile track to pass for the lead. But, like, getting there was one thing. Basically, getting there was one thing. But, yeah. You know the old diatribe, man. It was good, so I mean, I can understand why. I mean, Truex wasn't going to win that unless he really pushed Busch out of the way at the end. I mean, I thought he might have a chance, but like the outside lane always got the runoff. I thought that there was like that much chance if he tried to do it cleanly, but it didn't happen. I mean, I was hoping, see, what I would have done in that situation was use the 18 as a wall getting through that final corner. But you saw him do everything he could to not get into the 18. And you know what? I say that's a good thing. Like, the 78 was in pristine condition at the end of that race. Like, that's a car you can use next year. And someone's honking now. Good God, what is the chaos and confusion in this parking lot right now? So anyway, yeah, I'm actually done now. Yeah, I'm actually done now. So that was a race. It was a good race. 9 out of 10. You should definitely watch it. And we need to go to Martinsville more often. If we could just run the entire season at Martinsville, I mean, that'd be 100% okay. I would not even mind. Thank y'all so much for watching. And I'll see you maybe in a live stream next week. I haven't decided yet. Bye!